this week's Kram, this is Roosevelt Smith.
And I'm Nathaniel Bergstrom.
In sports, last week, our football team crushed Palmer 48-12.
In addition, our soccer team beat the previously undefeated Air Academy team 3-1 on Tuesday evening.
At last week's Fall Sports Assembly, hip-hop put on a special performance in memory of Nia Cornett.
Nia was a former IHS student and hip-hop team member, a current hip-hop team coach, and the daughter of our own Miss Nia Cornett of the English department.
She was a vital part of the Rampart community, so today we are taking a look at how much she meant to the students and staff of RHS.
In mid-August, the hip-hop team and Rampart as a whole experienced a great loss when Nia Cornett, the hip-hop team's assistant coach, a Rampart alumni, and Mrs. Cornett's daughter passed after a lengthy medical battle at 21 years old. After graduating from Rampart, Nia returned to coach the hip-hop team where she left a tangible impact.
Ever since I walked in for tryouts, she was always like, just do your best, be yourself, and she's just always been encouraging. She's one of the main reasons why I'm here today and still doing hip-hop.
I think she really inspired me and showed me what it meant to be a dancer, you know. I feel like if it wasn't for her, I might not still be dancing. My first time trying out, I didn't make the team, but she inspired me to come back and try again, and here I am now.
She was an amazing coach, and she was just, her presence was this gift to any space she was in.
She had a strong passion for the hip-hop team itself, and our impact on the community, you know, really stems from her passion to teach dance.
Following this loss, the hip-hop team performed at the recent September Assembly in honor of Nia Cornett. This performance featured several songs, and the team wore customized t-shirts reading LLN, Long Live Nia.
We chose different songs from last year that Nia either choreographed or that were some of her favorite pieces, and we wanted to dedicate that to her specifically because she was a huge part of the hip-hop team, and she always will be.
We decided it would just be a perfect contribution to her to show what she appreciated.
Though Nia left a large impact on everyone she met through her active role in the community, she left an even larger impact due to her enthusiastic positivity in the face of adversity.
If we were just having a bad day, she would say something and we would just all laugh at it, or she would tell us about her time at Rampart, and all just like our mood would change.
She really brightened up everybody's day. You just walk in, you see her smile, and then you just lightened up. She was like sunshine almost.
She brought the energy. She encouraged people to be involved.
Nia just was sort of one of those bright lights that people don't forget. She was so positive throughout everything, and she was just such a sweet person that really meant a lot.
It definitely won't be the same this year. It'll feel like we have a gap there when we have practices, but we know she's there in spirit, and we know she'd want us to keep dancing for her.
Her contribution to the Rampart hip-hop team will be felt for the rest of hip-hop team's existence. If it weren't for her, I don't think the spirit that we have would still be here.
It's going to be hard to go on without her. She was just one of the best. We'll just have to see how it goes.
While the hip-hop team and the Rampart community as a whole heal from this loss, it is essential to remember the immense impact that Nia left due to her endless positivity and giving nature. A big thank you to Nia and the hip-hop team for their inspiring persistence and positivity. This has been Caitlin O'Keefe, reporting for Kram.
What a touching performance and memory. Students, keep in mind that the RHS Counseling Department is here to help anyone dealing with this difficult situation.
With the new school year, we have already had some important assemblies.
And with more certain to happen, we have some important reminders from our student council regarding student behavior during assemblies.
Assemblies are a vital part of Rampart's culture. It is a time for all to enjoy where students can get rowdy and have fun. Recently, however, Stuco has been wanting to address an issue with assemblies that we could all work on: assembly etiquette. So KRAM asked Stuco their say on the matter.
So the expectation when we are in assemblies is that when people are on stage or people have a mic in their hand, our students are listening. A lot of times we deliver really important messages or announcements during assemblies, and so we want to make sure that students hear that, right? We plan assemblies with purpose. We plan them because we really believe they're necessary for our student body to come together and hear one big message all together.
Assembly etiquette is how the students and faculty present themselves at an assembly, and it's just a matter of having manners. There's a lot of work that's been put into these assemblies, and we're trying to get important information out to the student body, and it's important that everyone listens and is respectful to everyone around us.
Assembly etiquette would be Being quiet when other people are talking and participating in the games and cheers.
Assembly etiquette is if you're not talking while someone else is talking, or just like being able to sit there and like just pay attention is the main key thing.
Our expectation is that students sit in their assigned sections. We break them out by freshmen, sophomore, junior, seniors. If a student is participating, in a portion of the assembly, we want them, to be rowdy and have fun. So there are times to be rowdy, have fun, be energetic, and there are times to listen as well.
Assembly etiquette to me is being respectful and courteous of other people in the gym.
Ideal assembly etiquette would be like people seated when they're supposed to and like not talking at all when someone is on stage or on the mic talking.
I think ideally, kids would be engaged in what's going on, paying attention. A lot of times there's announcements given during that time. We're trying to honor, a group of students during an assembly, whether that's sports, whether that's a club, whether that's hip hop honoring, a coach that they lost. I think we try to give some attention to that every single time we have an assembly.
So whether you like them or not, assemblies are here to stay. Be sure to keep these rules in mind at our next assemblies. This has been Caitlin O'Keefe, reporting for Kram.
Please keep these tips in mind during any future assemblies.
We have many new teachers this year at Rampart, so this week we decided to focus our continuing profile series on one of these new teachers.
Miss Alma Sicinski is our new American Sign Language teacher. She is deaf herself and brings a wealth of knowledge with her.
This year, we got a new addition to the Rampart staff with Miss Alma Sicinski, who is deaf. The students in our classes opened up to us about the change.
It was kind of difficult at first, having to use more like signals instead of like actual ASL, but after a while, it gets a lot more easier.
It's very interesting. It's different, because you can sit there and she'll maybe drop something and she won't notice, or students will be talking and she'll only be able to tell if their mouth is moving.
It's quiet most of the time. Like, we don't talk at all. It's mostly just through ASL, so it's really new. It's a cool experience.
Students have to learn a whole new way to interact with their teacher.
The only way she can communicate is through ASL, so you definitely learn a lot more. And I don't know, it's kind of just a learning experience.
I would definitely recommend other people take the class. It's very fun, it's interactive, and you can talk to a lot of people, and then you can just learn a whole new skill.
I would recommend people take ASL because, I don't know, it's kind of new. It's pretty cool to get out your comfort zone, stuff like that. So, yeah, I suggest to take ASL.
So next time you're walking by, please sign hi to the new ASL teacher, Miss Sicinski. This is Caleb Bozier, reporting for Kram.
Interested students can talk with their counselor about future ASL classes.
With the new year comes another season for the marching band.
The band has shifted their focus this year as they prepare for competition season, with new ideas and props.
5, 6, 7, 8.
The marching season is off to a great start this year. Their show is full of powerful music that everyone can enjoy, as well as some cool visual moments on the field. There's lots of new things that no one has ever seen before.
My favorite piece of music in the show is probably Somewhere Over the Rainbow because it has a very dramatic build up to the peak of the show, and there's a small bit in it where the bass clarinets get a small feature.
My favorite piece of music is probably our second movement. It's Somewhere Over the Rainbow in minor, then it goes to major. It's just
It sounds amazing, and it gets some fun emotions that I get to perform.
My favorite piece of music is Third Movement because it's super peppy and I have a solo.
The theme this year is very intriguing and unlike anything we've seen in the past.
This year's show is called The Ecstasy of Emerald. The theme is about finding the Emerald City, and it's kind of, when you first get there, it's not all that it seems, but then we turn it into something even better.
And it's all about green, essentially, from a visual standpoint, but from a musical standpoint and from a storyline standpoint, we really like to leave a lot of interpretation up to the audience as well as the performer.
The marching band show is full of well-known music.
My favorite piece of music definitely has to be Over the Rainbow because we never get cool music, and this is a song that I actually know.
From inspiration, we've got 3 really great pieces: the Ecstasy of Gold, which was in the movie The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Somewhere Over the Rainbow, which everybody knows, but we put kind of a dark twist on it, and then the closer is One Short Day from the Broadway musical Wicked.
They are all looking forward to future performances and seeing how their show progresses through the season.
I'm mostly excited to start competition season because it's always fun to see how we do and how we place and to see the other schools perform.
Our show this year is just incredible, and I think we have a much better chance of doing better this year than we have in past years.
I think we're more ahead this year than we were last year, and we almost have all our drill on the field before October, so we can do a lot more deep cleaning and a lot more focus on music instead of visuals.
I'm most excited to have the full show out on the field. Like, we're still in the process of learning parts of the show, so I'm really excited to see the full picture because right now we're just about 2/3 of the way through. Once we get the full thing out there and make some more adjustments to it, I think it'll be a really, really great production. So I'm ready to get it all out.
The next time you're at a football game, make sure you watch the marching band perform Ecstasy of Emeralds. You can also watch them at their competitions. You can talk to a band member or the directors to find out more details. This has been Danielle Sabel reporting for Kram.
You can see the band's next performance here at Rampart High School's turf field on September 16th at 4:45 p.m.
Before we leave today, we have a brief ad for students interested in joining Future Business Leaders of America.
The Future Business Leaders of America chapter here at Rampart is looking for interested students to join up for the 2023 to 2024 school year. Being a part of FBLA gives you the opportunity to learn marketable skills to help you succeed in the business world, as well as providing you scholarship opportunities, networking opportunities, and to work and socialize with new people. You can compete in business skills at the state and national levels. Helps you build a job resume that is competitive, as well as provide community service opportunities that look good to employers in the business world. There is a general interest meeting on September 21st in room 232. Go and find out more and join FBLA at Rampart High School.
Make sure to check out the interest meeting in room 232 on September 21st right after school.
Thank you for joining us for this week's Kram.
This is Roosevelt Smith.
And this is Nathaniel Bergstrom, signing off.
Not because there's script up there and down there.
Nope, I did see all of it.
Oh, all of it. Okay. What is the last line? I want the word explosion in our what do they call it? I keep blanking. I'm gonna call them credits.